Hi, welcome to this lesson on Euclidean geometry, the proportionality theorem. Let's have a look at question 4. We're given triangle GHI, where the lines GH and LJ are parallel, so those two lines with the green parallel. And we're also given that GJ is parallel to LK, so another two lines constructed in the triangle. So you can sort of see another triangle popping out here that has two parallel lines. So you've got that triangle, and then you've got this bigger triangle with two parallel lines. Okay, so it almost looks like we can use the proportionality theorem in two different triangles here. Okay, we're also given that the ratio of jk to ki is 5/3. So therefore jk could be 5k units and ki will be 3k units. So when you divide them, 5k over 3k, you just end up with the simplified ratio of 5/3. Okay, now they want to determine the ratio of hj, this side here, to ki, which is this side here, that 3k units. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Well, like I said, there are two triangles we can look at. So in triangle GIJ, okay, so essentially this one here, I can see that the line LK is parallel to GJ that was given to us. Okay, so therefore I can use proportionality. So therefore, by the prop theorem, I can say the following. I can say that the ratio jk over ki, so this ratio here to that ratio there, the side lengths, is the same as gl to li. gl to li. But we're given that jk over ki is 5/3. Okay, that was given. So therefore I can rewrite, so let's just clean it up here. So I can therefore write this, that GL must be some amounts of units, let's call it 5n, and LI will call 3n. Okay, so when you divide those two ratios, you get 5/3. Okay, so that's using that triangle. Then next, we can say in the larger triangle, so triangle GHI, we were given that GH is parallel to LJ. So that was given. So therefore, by the prop theorem again, let's see what we can deduce. Okay, so from the prop theorem, I can probably say that the length ij to jh is the same as il to lg. Okay, so I have the length hj to ji is in the same proportion as gl is to li. Okay, but GL we know is 5n and LI we know is 3n. So the n's will divide and we're left with 5/3. So this ratio here, HJ to JI, is 5:3. So I could write HJ as 5t and then JI as 3t. Alright, so we're getting somewhere now, because remember, the one we are looking for is HJ over KI. Alright, so if you look at this now, HJ, we've got it in terms of 5t, and we've got this here, this ji, in terms of two different things. So what do we mean by that? Let's have a look. Okay, so notice that ji can be written as 3t, alright, or ji can be written as the sum of jk plus ki. Now jk and ki is 5k plus 3k, which is 8k. Alright, so therefore we have 3t equals 8k. Now how does this help us? Well, remember, the goal is that we're looking for hj over ki. So we'd like them to probably have the same factor unit, either n, k, or t, so that we can divide them out nicely. Okay, so we know hj is 5t, and we want to divide that by ki. But what is ki? Well, we know that ki is 3k. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to use this equation and solve for k. So I can divide both sides by 8 and I get k equals 3/8 times t. Okay, So ki being 3k, that means if I multiply this left by 3, I must multiply this right by 3. So I get 3k equals 3 times 3 is 9 over 8t. So look at that relationship now. So we know that this equation here, hj 5t over ki 3k, I can rewrite that as 5t divided by 3k is 9/8t. So the t's will divide, and when you divide by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal, 8/9. So that's 5 over 1 times 8 over 9. 5 times 8 is 40, divided by 9 times 1 is 9. Okay, so therefore the ratio hj to ki is in the ratio of 40 is to 9. Okay, so here again, we had to use the proportionality theorem twice in two different triangles. So I separated those triangles out, focused on them individually, did the proportionality theorem on each of them, and then labeled them correctly using the algebra toolkit that we have. And therefore, the logical step that we needed was to notice that ji could be written in two different ways. One way in terms of the larger triangles proportions, and one way in terms of the smaller triangles proportions. All right, so that's how we do this type of question. I'll see you in the next one.